in B2B, most of the products and services are very high consideration purchases, right? They take a long time. There's multiple stakeholders involved in the ultimate buy decision. We basically look at it. There's a committee sitting around a table. Literally had an example of this 2 weeks ago with a client who's talking to a prospect. We were on a Zoom call. There were 6 people on the prospect side from different departments at throwing questions at us and asking things, all of them coming from a different perspective. So this idea of understanding all of your multiple stakeholders in your audiences, their functions, their drivers, their goals. I mean, even to the point of, we should be able to have a pretty good idea. What is a CMO tasked with year to year? What does the CMO is required to deliver? And how does our product or service help that person, right? Very individually.
Marian, when we think about med tech, I mean, you could have a room full of 30 people you're actually selling to very easily, right? And each of them with a super different perspective, right?
Right.
A finance person's thinking about how much something costs. A scientist is thinking about, is it ethical? Do you have efficacy rolled in? The clinical person is thinking about how easy is this for my staff to implement? So this can be a super complex selling process, right? And take a long time.
It is. And it really starts with what I like to call stakeholder mapping. A lot of people call it a lot of different things. But, so let's go back a step. Probably the foundational piece of this is understanding the customer journey. But a customer journey is not as simple as saying, I'm going to sell it into that category. These are the types of customers, and this is the journey that they go through. That's true. Your financial decision maker is going to go through a different journey. Your CMOs or your marketing person is going to go through a different journey. The people who influence those people in the decision are going to go through a different journey. Who are all the people that are ultimately going to be at the decision-making table? We need to talk to all of them. And you asked a really good question, Barb, about how can we talk to multiple stakeholders on the website? So, you kind of talk about the top level, your storefront. Your core message should resonate with everyone, right? And the expression of the brand should resonate with everyone. But the value proposition becomes a little bit different. Like the CFO, how's it going to affect me financially? The guys in the production line, in this particular example, were really worried about the fact that to bring this ingredient in, they were going to have to change processes. And you have to talk to them as well. So that's where Martha's point, landing pages, blog posts. And then when you get into the sales part of it and the nurturing part of it, what are you doing with emails? Are they going to certain kinds of industry conferences? Do you understand them and what they need at that kind of a conference? Stakeholder mapping is really the foundation to successful growth in the respect of, you may have somebody in your organization who needs to go to a particular type of conference to talk to a particular decision maker in your industry, which is different from your science guys going to a science conference and talking about all the bells and whistles.